Hello. I want to talk to you about something today. Um, it's a long story, but I've been noticing that there's a lot of dissatisfaction with our current president, um, Donald Trump, and I noticed that he's done some things that a lot of people think should never have been done. Um, and I agree with that, and I want to say so right now, and that is this absurd destruction of an entire wing of the White House to build what he describes as a big, beautiful ballroom, which I have zero interest and will never be able to use, and wouldn't be interested in using. I don't go to balls, which is a session where everybody goes, a social event where everybody goes, not everybody, but people who are invited to a ball go to dance. And I leave dancing to younger people who are interested in dancing and get some pleasure out of it. That's fine. But we already had accommodation for such events in the White House, and the White House has stood now for since the War of 1812, when it had to be rebuilt. Because the British burned it down. But our friends, the British, it's been a very interesting 200 and some odd years of relationship, 250 or so. But anyway, we don't need a 90,000 square space to have dance balls in. Why they call it a ball, I'll never understand, because a ball is a sphere used in sports. Baseball, basketball, football being the exception. They use an ovoid, of course, but we don't need a ballroom, you know. Donald Trump has a private residence of his own. He calls it Mar-a-Lago or some stupid thing. You would think he would just go there when he wants to have a ball, you know. He goes there anyway. In fact, he was one of the first presidents who showed a preference for his private palace, which again nobody really needs. Do you need a palace? What are you going to use it for? It's going to be empty and unoccupied most of the time. So we don't need a ballroom in the White House. His destruction of the east wing of the White House is absurd, and I want to get into this absurdities that he's given to bringing into our lives unnecessarily and uninvited. Nobody asked him to do this. The people, we the people, certainly never asked him to do it. So we've got to get across to Donald Trump that we no longer want you there in the White House. We don't want you in the executive branch of government anymore, Donald Trump. We just don't want you there. And we understand that you have arranged it so that you have allies supporting you, and it's a quid pro quo arrangement where you're doing things for them that they want, so that they will support your absurdities. That's got to stop. Your whole gang has got to go. And that was one of the things I wanted to bring up. We are ready to institute, I think as a country, a new way of getting rid of unwanted so-called executives, heads of the executive branch of government. Up till now, it's been a matter of vetoes and so on and so forth, and who has the last word, and on and on. We have to have the last word. That's it. We, the people, have to have the last word. We get the last word. And if you don't like it, you're going to find out that we'll have our way regardless. One way or the other, Donald Trump, you're on your way out. And whether it's by a process of isolation or insurrection, if you will, whatever we say goes. When we get a majority, say 60% or more, then that's it. Everybody goes along with the majority. And right now, you're in a position where you have less than 40%. I understand it's 37% of people who think you're doing a decent job, and I think some of those people have been bribed into saying that they support you. So I think it's even smaller. I think you're down around 30%, really. And it's time for you to go. It's time for you to go. And you need to be replaced, not by your stupid vice president, because he was your choice, and he's going to do similar things to what you're doing, so we don't want him either. And the next in line is another lackey of yours, what is his last name, Johnson or something, Mike Johnson. That's a no-no. That's a flat no. None of you guys are going to be in charge of the executive branch or have any influence in our government for the foreseeable future. That's it. And if you don't like it, there's nothing you can do about it, because it's not just me. It's millions, tens of millions, probably 100 million other Americans are saying something along the lines of what I'm saying. We're giving you our vote of no confidence now, this week, not next month, not when your term expires. Your term is already expired. You do not have the confidence of the American people. That's it. Excuse me. But at any rate, I wanted to say this in a brief way for a short time. 10-minute message to just explain what I think has to be done. What has to be done is remove you from the White House, Donald Trump. J.D. Vance, remove you from the replacement position. You're not going to replace Donald Trump and his way of doing things. We're done with your way of doing things. Mike Johnson, same goes for you. You're a member of a political party that's been taken over by Donald Trump. That political party no longer has our confidence. So that's it. You're done. And I think it's time somebody actually used the words, "you're done." We don't need you anymore. Go home. Stop interfering in our lives. Stop holding our military hostage and shutting down the government, which doesn't mean shutting down your own paychecks. You're still getting paid. But now we're going to get you out of that job, one way or the other. Doesn't matter how. That's it. Thank you all for listening.